It's compelling, it's cutthroat, it's chaotic, it's clever, it's controversy and chaos, bitch.
Hey guys.
Welcome to WBLS.
Okay. Well, anyhow, welcome to episode 16 of Controversy and Chaos
Sweet 16.
podcast. It is. This is Sweet 16. Oh my God.
Sweet
Look at
16.
us. 16. So let's just go ahead and catch up with each other. I feel like doing a podcast, I don't know if it's the same for y'all, but I feel like I don't be talking to y'all as much. Well, especially like in the last week because I've been busy.
Yeah. Honestly, like the past 2 or 3 weeks, I don't think it's the podcast. I think this is just a busy season for all of us, even like when it comes to work. Like sometimes I would call y'all and like get my work done, but recently it's like I can't talk to y'all and get my work done at the same time. So I'd be like, I'll call you back. And then by the time I'm ready to call you back, now you're busy or the kids is acting up. So yeah, I don't think it's the podcast. I just really think that this is our busy season. And I'm actually grateful for the podcast because I feel like our conversations, like we have a lot of meaningless conversations, but I feel like with the podcast, I'll be saving certain things. I'm like, oh, let me call Tarré, let me call Michelle. But I'm like, nah, we gonna talk about it on the podcast anyway. So I'll wait, you know?
Yeah. I'll be writing stuff down in my notes. So I'm like, all right, because you know I'll be forgetful. I'm like, no, let me write this down. Because otherwise I'm gonna forget and I'm not gonna bring it up. Or if I'm like, okay, we can talk about it on the podcast, baby. Me and my little notebook.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I think sometimes I'd be like, Tarré, I need to talk to you now. Even though
yes, different. If it's an urgent thing, then no. Like we gotta talk about this now.
Yeah,
this can wait till Sunday.
Topics and just bullshit that I be wanting to talk about. Yeah. But I think all friends, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I think all friends should really run their friendship like a podcast. Like once a week, you should have a check-in where y'all just get together and be like, okay, this is the tea for the week. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And because honestly, I really don't have the time. And y'all know I have a lot of different like friend groups and I'm meeting more people too. So it's like, I really don't have the time capacity or even want to talk to most of my friends every day, honestly. Like even certain friends, it's like, I don't need to talk to you directly. Like for example, me and Eb, right? Every day we talk, but we don't have a conversation. So like typically me and Eb and her sister Asia, like we'll be sending stuff each other in the DMs on Instagram or TikTok, but we're not having a conversation about our personal lives every day. It's like, okay, this is our little escape and our little bubble. So here, send me this message. Oh, what's your unpopular opinion? We should be talking crazy shit. But it's like, you know, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be like, oh, we're like getting into each other's tea all day. But once a week, we will check in and be like, all right, what was your tea for the week? Sometimes you got to make that call and make it urgent, but other times it's like, I don't really got to talk to you about this right now. So I'll give you the lowdown on my week later.
Enjoy that. Well, me and my friends from back home, we do a monthly like meeting and we talk about like goals and finances and like how like offering like resources and advice. And it's very casual. It's like, what y'all doing? Like, what's up? Like, you know, what you find out here in these streets. So we just talk about like how saving is some bullshit because everything costs so much. Every time we save, we be like, damn, well, the grocery bill went up 20%. So we do stuff like that, but like not regular. Like I don't talk to when we hang out, it's different. Like we give each other updates, but like we have that meeting. It's called the RBR, the Rich Bitch Realty Group or something like that. And we do it at the end of the month. It's chill.
That's cute. I love that.
Yeah. And then we have controversy and chaos. And we come here and we chitter chatter.
Yeah, I feel like my busy season is like about to be over. I mean, for all the accountants out there, audits have been, well, mine at least, audits have been issued. We is done. Oh, Lord.
Bravo for y'all.
Dying. Okay. Dying. Hate it. As soon as January 1st hit, it's like, gosh, please. Can we just skip to like April, May, where I don't want to do this no more. I'm tired. I can't wait for the day. I cannot wait for the day that I am not an accountant anymore. I want to know what other career fields be doing or in January through April. Like, y'all niggas be chilling because I be on go from the first, from when work opens. on January 2nd, to be busy. So I want to know what other career paths do, but I can't wait to not be an accountant no more.
I feel like for somebody like me, my day, like this is the hard part about working in HR or even like having my business socially crafted. It's like you could have a to-do list for the day, but you don't know what bullshit is going to pop up. So your day is never going to look the same. So one day could be slow and the next day could be all over the place. And then one day the morning is busy and the afternoon is literally radio silent. Like there was one day I didn't receive an email until 11 o'clock. I thought my email was broke. I called IT. I said, I'm not getting no emails. But no, it was just quiet. Thank God. But it's at least with you. Yeah,
I would have never called. I'm like, well,
no. But you have to understand when you're working from home and it's too quiet, it's like, are y'all conspiring against me to see if I'm working?
Did I get fired?
No, I mean, I know I get fired, but it's like I kind of do things like that here and there because I really just don't know what my day is gonna look like. Or even like with the business stuff, it's like, yes, I have these clients, but randomly there are people inquiring about things. I'm like, okay, let me see if I can hop on a call with them. Call's supposed to be 15 minutes. Next thing I know, we're on a call for 30 minutes. It's like the juggling aspect. So at least with you, you know what your work day is going to look like. Like, yeah, sure, things might pop up here and there, but you know, this is my to-do list and I can stick to this to-do list. For me, half the time it don't make sense to make a to-do list because it's going to go out the window.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be, oh God, it just be a lot. It's hectic. Like, I don't know how people would be like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for 25 years. Fuck, I'm 10 years in and I'm spent. Okay. Done. Don't ever want to do this shit again. Sahara Desert dry.
This week has been, it's spring break. My daughter was out of school, but I sent her to daycare. They called me on Friday, which is the worst day because my supervisor was off. So I had to run everything. And I had a million things to do, did not finish them. I told myself I was going to log on yesterday, but I was just like, I'm drained. I don't want to look at anything related to work. And I got up early on Friday because she was overstimulated because it's a new environment. It was just a lot going on, but for the most part, I think I just cruised through the week. I put in an offer on a house.
Okay.
So we're gonna see what happens in the next 24 to 48 hours. All offers closed today. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm excited. You know, I think the main part is like if it gets accepted, obviously that's a great thing, and if it doesn't, I'm just proud that I put in an offer because it makes everything, like. It makes everything feel real. So my week, hopefully this week is better for my nerves because I can't have 2 bad weeks back to back. And this is the start of Black Maternal Health Week for us. The programming starts this week until next week, the 19th. So it's about to be real turn for the next 2 weeks. I'm not gonna be able to breathe.
See, we're gonna need them weekly check-ins. Daily if you need to, but you know.
Yes.
I might take my grippy sock vacation next week. Who knows?
Please.
Okay, let's not take it that far. Give a call before we take it that far. Okay? But yeah. I'm excited for the house thing. I'm happy you're calling a thing.
Yeah.
And just, oh, I'm buying a house. And not like, oh, well, I have this thing that I'm working on. No, you're calling a thing. So for me, that's like good news in Michelle world because it means like, oh, you're like, it's real for you now.
Because you know, I'd be like, I'm working on a little something.
Yeah, so it's like it's real. You put the offer in. It's like anything. Like once you put the first one in, even if it doesn't get accepted, it's just like, okay, I can do another one and another one and another one. Just you get an offer. You get an offer.
Yes.
You know, so it's just like taking the necessary steps to move in the next chapter of your life. Like I'm excited and I cannot wait to decorate your house.
Oh, yay.
I have a paint party.
Oh, yeah. I'm good at that.
I love wallpaper. So, like, wallpaper. Where can we put some wallpaper in here? I love wallpaper. But yeah, so paint party. I'll do it before there's no furniture, before anything gets moved in. Everybody could just sit on the floor. I feel like in some shape or another, we have all helped each other move out, move in somewhere. So it's just like, let's just keep recycling it.
Yeah.
Listen, when you get your house, just let me know. I'll come clean your bathrooms. I'm very good at cleaning a bathroom. So yeah,
Clean.
you don't have to hire Molly the maid. I'll be your
I was
maid.
about to say I'm gonna hire cleaners to come clean my house.
Oh, okay, fine. I mean, you know,
I
A
mean,
paintbrush,
if you
not a
don't,
toilet
it could
if
brush.
you
be
don't want to see
it could
us,
be a
just say
cleaning
that.
party. Right. It could be a cleaning party. You know.
Dang.
Whatever y'all want.
Listen, you got to start fresh.
Listen.
Got to clean it down, sage it.
Mm-hmm.
No
Clean
big
sage
energy. So we got to get everything fresh, reset for Eminem to move in.
Yes. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can drink. Duh.
Duh. Hello. Like, what's a link up without some liquor?
Yeah.
Michelle. Honestly, I really feel like you gonna come out the closet one of these days, and I'm just waiting. Is you or ain't you? Like, what is you doing?
Now come out. You might crack the door though.
Right, you might.
You're like, hey.
You don't know what you like until you like it. So maybe.
How y'all doing?
This is my girlfriend, y'all.
Right, you don't know what you like until you find out what you like.
Yeah. Little
Yeah.
Young and Meg. Young and Meg is
Yeah.
different.
No, I just feel like, not to go off on a tangent, but like, if I was to dibble and dabble, I'm sorry, like I would not pick a Young and May. There's enough nigga testosterone here. I do not want no Young and May. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I would definitely be more femme. Yeah, I can't do the stud daddies. Sorry.
I could never envision myself because bitches like to fight. Like,
I mean,
oh,
I don't want to get domestic, but I feel like there's only like one stud that I've ever looked at, and I was like, ooh, hold on. Y'all know Summerella? So beautiful, but still masculine. Like that I could get with,
Beautiful,
because that's
elegant,
a pretty bitch.
everything.
Everything. Mwah, chef's kiss. And she could cook. And got a personality. I said, Summer, I love that for you. I
I know they be
understand.
fighting.
If you look like
In
someone
the
like
sheets.
girlfriend,
They be fighting in the
I'm with
sheets.
They be fighting. They be fighting
God.
on the street, like not in the streets and on the street.
Right.
This is a rated R episode.
Oh,
We'll get one of those episodes one day. But yeah, so that went over her head. Whew. Oh my God. Never mind. I got to tell y'all that off mic. I'm sorry. I can't expose that. Never mind. Michelle, remind me to tell you later. I already told Tarré, but I was so embarrassed. Anyway.
well,
Chaos in Pornhub.
Well, eventually we're going to have to get a Patreon, because I'm going to have to go beyond the paywall, because yeah.
That I need to say.
especially with y'all two ridiculous asses. Like, what? Okay. Yeah. It's not coinciding with my topic for today. I am so sorry. We are about to take a hard, sharp left turn.
Cry after we was talking about
I didn't make nobody cry, girl. You see how cute my makeup looks today? We will not be crying today. Her. Okay. I had to redeem myself because yesterday, I don't know what I did. It was so bad. I had to come home and wash my face immediately. I don't know what happened.
Were you rushing?
I think, no, I wasn't. I think it was a combination of having too much skincare on, not giving it enough time to actually like dry down because I was kind of in a rush. And then the one size spray, I swear my shit don't be coming out the can. But I think I put way too much on. Like when I tell you my face was tight.
Oh.
It just was dry. It just was so bad.
Like crack dry?
Yeah, like it was just dry. And usually like when you put on too much skincare products, like and you put it right on top without letting it like dry down, like your makeup starts separating. And it was like right here. I was like, bro, I don't know what's going on. It was just an unfixable situation. It was a go home, wash your face, and just do better next time. So I did better today. I redeemed myself because it was looking like a rookie did it yesterday. Hated it. Thank you. But so y'all remember I sent that video or like a series of videos from y'all about the TikTok about I think I initially sent you like the guy's response to the white guy basically saying he doesn't know how people tell their kids no. especially when it comes to things like sports and, you know, like travel, sports, and all of those things. Like, they don't understand like how they tell their kids no. And I just like another guy, he gave like a pretty lengthy response about it, but I really thought about it, like tried to see like both sides of it. And I feel like as a parent, I understand telling your kids no, especially when it comes to things like this, like sports and things, not necessarily like being in sports or having activities. One, I think the number of activities that you have and the days of those activities, if those activities require us to travel, like some things, no. And I don't feel bad about feeling like some things, no, I don't want you to sign up for, I'm not signing you up for travel basketball or, you know, travel sports where we can't even, never at home. We are always in 15,000 places. We had a different city this week. Next week, we got to go to a different city. I just don't understand that. So I wanted to bring that up to really kind of get y'all's opinion, and not necessarily on like the aspect of sports, but just overall how things like that affect families, how things like that affect the actual child in the situation. Because, you know, like once you go down a rabbit hole, TikTok starts bringing you everything. So I was seeing a lot of videos from like the responses from actual kids who did these sports, who are now like obviously adults. And a lot of them were just like, I wish I would have quit 5 years before I fucking quit. And I was so scared to quit because I didn't want my parents to be disappointed that I quit.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is very my viewpoint on it is very selfish, but I think it matters. So to me, I think that kids should be in activities within boundaries, okay? Like there's no reason why every day of the week you have something going on. No, sometimes it's okay to be at home and just have regular family time. But also for the selfish part of me feels like that's not something I'm ever signing up to do, because it's going to be one or two outcomes. Most of the people that you see doing that, aside from the child resenting the parents because they're too busy, they want to have a normal childhood, a lot of times the parents take on that as like their life and their personality traits, especially the mom. And one of my biggest fears of being a wife and a mom is not having my own identity. And I feel like when you do things like that, it's easy to neglect yourself, your own goals, your own personality, your own everything. And it's like that, I just don't want that to be me. And then my kids go off to college and I don't know how to let them go because all I ever did was focus on them and didn't do anything for myself. And that is a very big fear for me. And then on top of that, I also think that like when kids have those type of schedules, it's very difficult for you to function as a household, one within your marriage or your parental unit, because it's like, okay, you're working all day. Okay, by the time you get home, maybe hopefully y'all eat dinner together. On the weekends, as adults, we have social lives and a lot of things that we have to do, whether it's networking, business, family members having birthdays. If you have a big family like mine, literally for the past 4 weeks in a row, we've had birthday parties. So it's like every Saturday. So it's like, okay, if you're doing all these sports and activities with your kids and you have multiple children, the family's not spending time together. The parents are just dropping. One parent is probably watching the other kid. The other parent's probably taking this kid to whatever their activity is. And then it comes to a point in time like, okay, when are you spending time with your spouse? Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, and I very much so feel like the kids don't come first in this family. I don't care what anyone says. Like, yes, I prioritize my kids, well, my kid, but I think as they get older, it's always going to be a lot harder to have that relationship with your spouse, especially if both spouses are working. There's just so many things that you have to do in a day. And I just feel like raising your kids with two parents who are two ships passing through the night is just as bad as raising your child. You get what I'm saying? The environment. Like, I just want to raise well-rounded children. And I think aside from putting them in events, or not events, putting them in activities and stuff like that, well-rounded children come from viewing these things within their household. So I know that for me, seeing my mom, yes, being an entrepreneur and having a job, sometimes it came with a lot of her moving around. So all of this definitely comes within boundaries, but it definitely showed me that, like, if there's something in life you want to do, there's no excuse as to why you can't do it. You just have to figure out how to make it work for the betterment of you and your family. So that's my take on why I don't believe in signing kids up for all this shit.
I don't agree with signing kids up for a bunch of stuff, because I think that sometimes it's the parents' ego that allows them to be in all of these things. Like, parents, so we, like Ciara mentioned, putting yourself first, right? Prioritizing yourself as a parent, as a spouse. I mean, as a person, as a spouse, that relationship. But I also think that people be trying to relive their lives through their kids, and they are so like decorate. They say these decorated things that ultimately mean like you're investing in your children, but really you're investing in that younger part of you that has never gotten these opportunities. And sometimes just listening to your children and paying attention to who your children are can save you a lot of the heartache on the back end. Because sure, you have your children in all of these activities, but when are they able to explore your home? When are they able to do the simple things? And like, I'm not against, like, I want my child to be in activities, but like right now it just doesn't work for like schedules, because I think that a lot of her day is structured because of the type of program she's in. And then she gets a little like freedom after school. So to me, putting her into something else at this point is like overkill. It's like she wants to tap out. Like, kids, just like we need a nap or we need a break or like we overstimulated, kids are as well. And I feel like some of these parents are training their kids from the beginning to be able to like why are you training a 5-year-old to go pro at 18? Like, why are you putting so much pressure on them when like the idea should be to expose them to things? And you can expose them to many things without the commitment. And like, that's kind of why I like the Montessori kind of style, because I follow I think the page is like Bronx Montessori, but basically like she talks about how Montessori teaching comes from Black people who don't have a lot of resources. And like, those are the most well-rounded kids because they know how to do so much with so little. And I really just feel like we need to get back to the basics. Like, sure, have the kid in soccer, like have the kid in an activity or two, but nothing that's going to take over y'all life where y'all can't even bond as a family. Like, who cares if you're a fucking pageant? Is your kid happy? Is your kid able to get along with other kids, or are you just training them to be a knuckle dragging demon that likes to bully other little girls who don't have eyelashes? You know, like, and I don't mean to like drag it like that, but that's how I see parents like that.
Yeah.
As, like, just chill the fuck out. Let your kid enjoy their childhood. Stop trying to make them be a little you. They are a little them. And if you sit down and you learn what your child likes, y'all will have a better relationship.
But I also will say, I would be lying if how can I break this down? I'm very much so the type of person, if I see something in a child, I'm going to foster what I see, because I do think that, like, for me, I wish my parents had the time to kind of like focus on me a little bit more on the things that I was good at to help me kind of like craft those skills. So for example, if I see that, I don't want to be too specific, but like if I see that my child is interested in something and good at something, I'm never going to think small. I'm going to think to the highest of heights, but within boundaries. You get what I'm saying? I think that I don't really believe in like letting kids just do things just to do them. So like, let's say you're good, you're phenomenal at basketball, you're great at soccer, and you're okay at baseball. You love playing baseball, but you're not that good. You suck. I'm not wasting my time taking you to all these 3 different activities. I'm going to hone in on the stuff that you're good at and that you like. Just because you like baseball don't mean you should be doing baseball, because you're not that good at it. You get what I'm saying? That might be a little harsh.
My mom wasted a lot of money because she was like, she put me in ballet, she put me in tap. She thought my sister was going to follow suit. My sister was a dance school dropout. I danced when I was younger. I was a cheerleader, I was a model, and I played basketball. All of those things I liked for a limited amount of time. Could you imagine if
the basketball still throws me?
Yeah,
I mean, I played basketball.
I could never see you dribbling up and down nobody's court.
I loved it.
I seen the pictures.
It was just like, I can't imagine my mom being like, she gonna be at every game. and she gonna dedicate every weekend. Like sometimes I got on that bus, she was like, let me know how the game go, because she had shit that she had to do as well. And like, to your point, Ciara, I also like, I do invest. I think about like how I can invest without putting her like on a team or like committing her to something I gotta pay for. My daughter likes to cook. She got a little kitchen stuff that she like chop up. I got Play-Doh stuff. She likes makeup. She got a vanity. It's like there are different ways other than committing to not having a weekend or not having time with your spouse, like, or just not having time to just like be one-on-one and play. Maybe putting you on a team or putting you in a group is not the solution. Maybe like, Tarré, what was you and Harper playing yesterday? Imagine if you had said, oh, I'm about to put you on Little Chef. Like, she didn't ask for that shit.
Yeah, so it's just like, I look at it like, granted, my kid is the oldest and she's actually in activities. So she was in Taekwondo. And you know how the program works is like, you could pay for the whole year, you could pay for 6 months, or you could pay monthly at a time. You get a discount, obviously, the more like basically commitment that you give. So we did 6 months. After the 6 months, pretty much she kind of expressed like, I don't want to do this no more. And I was just like, okay, well, we already signed up for the 6 months, so you will be going for what we paid for and to complete out the level. So she was at level 1. So I think we kind of went a whole month that we really didn't pay. She didn't go because it was no need, because she finished the level. Because for like with Taekwondo, like once you earn your belts, you don't lose them. So it's like, okay, well, let's finish the level. If you decide you want to come back, at least you can already start at level 2. So I'm just like, okay, we just gonna finish it out and then we're done with it. And I'm a proponent for like, if kids say, I don't want to do this no more, we ain't doing it no more. We're good. But also I'm not giving and signing up for these huge commitments that not only is a commitment from a child who kids change their mind all the time. It's a huge commitment financially from the parents and time commitments. If this is not like, okay, this is going to be over in 60 days, I could give you Saturdays. I could give you I could give you 4 Saturdays. I give you Saturday mornings, not the whole day. So it's like, if it's things like that, okay, cool, we can go and do those. When she was in soccer, she did that for one little season. And that was early in the morning. Cool. Yeah. Soccer's over. We have the rest of our day to go out and do whatever it is that we want to do. I feel like kids change their mind. So I'm not like trying to like force you to do something, because I feel like it does create that where kids feel like, I can't say that I don't want to do this, because they kind of, they know at a certain age, they get to the point where they know how much time that this takes. You know that your parent gets off work, you get picked up, you go to your activity. We're here all night. We're going to eat fast food because I ain't had time to cook nothing, because we've been at this activity all night, you know? So it's just like those little things. I think it's important to kind of alleviate that pressure off of your kids, alleviate that pressure off of yourself. It doesn't make you a bad parent for saying, no, I don't want to travel every single weekend for this. I have a life. I have my own shit that I want to do. I want to create a well-rounded family. Like, I want us to be able to go on vacations. I want us to be able to, you know, do little things on weekends. I want us to be able to go to the circus, you know, just do little things, because I think that those are the memories that your kid will remember for the rest of their life. And I think if you ask a lot of people, it'd be like, no, I actually wish that we could have just like gone on a vacation, or, you know, done things. Yeah, and done things to relax, because outside of that, I think it does create jobs for kids. And it's just like, let them, you know, let them live. They're a kid. They have the rest of their life to have a job. Let them do what it is that they want to do. Like kids, I mean, like the kids across the street that live across the street from me, they actually be outside. I'd be so shocked. They be loud as hell, but they actually be outside. And I'm like, I love that. You get home from school, do your homework. You want to go outside with your friends? Go outside. We don't have to always be on the go 24/7 to feel like fulfilled. And I do agree that it's a lot of the parent feeling like, okay, this means that I'm a good parent because I'm putting my kid in X, Y, and Z. But Ciara, to your point, if you have a talent, like Harper loves to sing loudly.
She get that.
I can easily get her a singing coach, and it's just like we're just doing this because you have a good voice.
Yeah.
We can do it. We're not going on. I mean, Star Search doesn't exist, but I'm not turning you into the next Beyonce. We're not going on Star Search.
Right.
We're not doing all of these things. This is a talent that you have. Great, we can cultivate it. If you say, "Hey, I don't want to do this no more," okay, when's the last payment due? We gonna pay the last payment and we gonna move on.
Yeah.
But to that point, I will say there's a difference. You have to, this goes back into knowing your child. There's a difference between a child saying, I don't want to do this anymore because they don't enjoy it versus, oh, I'm just being a kid and I want to go play with my friends. And I think that sometimes it's a fine line. I'm not going to say I'm going to be Joe Jackson, but like, if I know my child loves dance, right? She go to dance class, she has a great time, she sees her friends, but the lead up of actually going is like, I don't want to put my tights on. I don't want to. No, you're just being a brat. You want to go, but you just you get what I'm saying? You kind of have to know your child to make that type of decision. But yeah, I'm just very much so a proponent of like, you just never know who someone's going to be. So just like me, like paying attention to those little things, like, okay, they enjoy this, they're good at it. This is what I think you should do. If they say, no, mom, I don't want to do this, I don't really enjoy it like that, then why the hell am I waste my money and my time? I got bigger things that I want to do with myself. What the fuck? Like,
yeah, we're not raising, for people who watch it, we're not raising soft kids, but we are very conscious of what they want.
Kids need to have a voice.
Yeah, it's just like, it's their, at the end of the day, it's their life. You don't want to do it? Cool. We don't have to, like I said, we don't have to be trying to think 25 years in advance. If you want to do this right now, cool, we could do this. If you be like, okay, I'm done with this, I want to pick up something else. Okay, cool. I'm going to be done with this and we're going to pick up for something else. There's only one thing that I will never budge about. Swimming is a non-negotiable. I do not care. Swimming is a non-negotiable because we travel a lot. We go to the pool. You knowing how to swim is so important. That is like a life skill. So it's like, to me, it's the same thing as like stop, drop, and roll. No, you gonna know how to swim.
And I'm glad that the kids, like so many kids or so many parents are prioritizing swim. Like, I need to put my child back. But like, I'm glad to see that because our kids are. You remember at Celine party, I'm like, oh, she really do like my daughter did not get out the pool.
So it's just like
in that water.
So that's one of the things. Yeah, and that's one of the things. And because swimming lessons, especially for small children, they focus a lot on being safe in the water, knowing what to do. Because you go on vacation, you hear about it all the time. I feel like mainly it's like places like Florida that it's very common to have a pool in your backyard, kids falling in the pool. And it's just like, no, you have to teach your kids how to swim because it's not just like, oh, they can swim. It's a survival skill. You need to know what you're doing. So that for us is like, nah, I don't care if you say you can scream and holler. I don't want to go. We are going.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to be on a swim team. Yeah, we don't got to be on a swim team. But when it comes to this 30-minute lesson every single week, you will be there. Get in the water.
I do think, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, I do think that kids should have one activity where they're on a team. Because yes, you can build these life skills and personable skills and social skills within your home and at school, but I think it's different when you're on a team. And when I'm talking about kids in this aspect, I'm talking about like 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds. I'm not really talking about like our kids. But I think once you start getting to a certain age, it's important for them to be on a team and be a part of something. Like even if it's one activity you do a year, at least have that. I don't believe in kids just being at home, being idle and not being a part of things, especially within the community. Like I want my kids like, okay, you know, we're going to do this community service or we're going to do, you know, just different well-rounded things within the community and being a part of like a ecosphere sort of thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Like definitely it's like you gotta idle time, that's not gonna work. You gotta have something that you're doing.
Yeah.
But I also think like having them on a team, even if it's just like your school basketball team. Okay, we know that ain't really no
you could be
that
at
is
the
Monday through Friday,
YMCA. Right. The YMCA
Yeah, like
team,
something that's
like,
just like,
yeah.
because it teaches other skills. It teaches you how to deal with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to work
Exactly.
together. And I think outside of that, I look at it like I want Harper to have different sets of friends. I don't want her to just be like, okay, we only hang out with this same group of people.
Yeah.
Like, no, you need to, you
Mhm.
can have the friends that you have in your neighborhood, the friends that you ride the school bus with, the friends that
Yeah.
are on, whatever team you want to be on. Like, you
Mhm.
gotta
Mhm.
have different subsets, because I think what ultimately ends up happening is you get kids like, okay, I've been friends with such and such person since we were in kindergarten. We went,
Mhm.
we went to high school together, blah, blah, blah. And then when everybody goes to separate colleges, you don't know what to do because you've only
Mhm.
ever been in such a small circle. Like, no, you need to learn how to be able to operate and know who you are,
Right.
which is mainly the most important. Like, you got to know who you are in all of these separate spaces. You should not change, but you got to learn how to get along with other people and
Other
be
people.
comfortable in different groups, because
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's more realistic of what real life looks like. Nobody has the same friend from
Yeah.
childhood until adulthood, and new people don't kind of feed in. And it'd be a lot of people
Right.
who struggle with that because they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. People who struggle
But
with their
yeah,
friends
that
having friends, and yeah, it'd be a
Friends
add
lot.
that to the docket for another week. But yeah, but
I
I
like
just
talking.
wanted to get y'all opinion, because it's just like, I
I
feel like, I feel like y'all just, especially for y'all, because y'all plan on having more kids. So
So
okay, Ciara is
okay.
gonna have more kids,
Yeah, I changed my mind
Yeah.
by the week. Let's see.
because if she played two hands to heaven
Michelle.
one more time, 2025 is gonna be running it back.
Man, 2 hands to heaven. I'm pregnant. I might be pregnant next week. I'm not gonna hold you because the song it makes the romance in me go.
Mhm. The Lover Girl just
I'm gonna
vomit
give
out.
you the best kiss of your life.
Okay, Ryan.
Felt that.
Okay,
It
she was
came
talking
right
to
out the
you.
throat.
Yes.
It
Right out.
was.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
have such a wholesome conversation, and here we go.
It was.
Time to
I
go to
just.
chaos after dark.
Yeah, that's all I had for that conversation. I just,
Sometimes we can talk about them fucking kids. Sweet
Yeah.
angels. I mean, I'm sorry. Not fucking kids. Angels.
well, I mean,
Mm.
it wasn't necessarily like about them.
It was
It was
giving
just like,
reclaiming my time.
Yeah. I really feel like a lot of moms, please, I really don't want this conversation to hit the mom groups on Facebook, because they will tell us that we don't deserve to have kids because we're selfish.
And guess
And
what?
that when
All
you
3 of
become a
our
mom,
children are smart. They
very
are great kids. They are a
well
key
rounded.
to be around, well rounded. So
Mm-hmm.
they can say what the fuck they want to. Okay, put it in your group
Yeah.
chat. Put it
I,
on your Discord. I'm not afraid of you hoes. How about you
I
go
just
outside and
don't
kick grass?
believe in me being a mom being my personality trait. Like, I'm sorry.
yeah, that's not my personality. That is not who I am. Like, it's a part of me, but
Yeah,
it is not me in totality. And I
yeah,
refuse to ever let that be a thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
My kid is gonna be like, my mom. She was loving. She was there. She did all the things for me, but she was still very much so that girl, Michelle. She gonna be
Mm-hmm.
telling people in the future, Michelle this, Michelle that. She gonna let them know, oh, I'm talking about my mom, but she gonna be like, yeah, Michelle is a force without being a mom and
Mm-hmm.
being a mom. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Not she poured
Per.
all her life into us and she didn't have a life of her
Yeah,
own.
you'd be like, "Ugh, my mom was a mom."
Did I
Like,
use that
no,
correctly?
baby.
We're not martyrs.
I don't know. But yeah,
Remember that.
Harper's mama is ready for summer, and I'm going outside. Okay,
Back
Mm-hmm.
outside, nigga, that made
outside.
me mad.
Like,
Yo, I've been saying that for the
I'm
past
going outside.
24 hours. I'm back outside.
Listen,
That nigga that made me mad.
listen, this is my last summer with one child. So by the end of the year, we're gonna have to roll the tape about the conversation. But as of now, in this
Yeah.
Oh
summer,
my god.
we
I hope you can make it
outside.
to my 30th birthday. I know that,
Oh yeah, yeah,
you
no.
know
like, okay, this is my timeline. In my mind, come November when we go to Ghana, that's when we're gonna have the conversation like, oh, let's track ovulation for real, for real. Like, I mean, I track it just
You're
because
gonna
I
be
don't want to be
pregnant.
pregnant. No, I'm saying like at the end of the year. So I could have a baby in 2025.
No, I'm saying my birthday.
Your birthday is in
My
August.
birthday.
I'm not gonna be pregnant in
You're gonna be
August.
pregnant.
No, I'm
You're gonna
not.
excuse me,
We're
you're
going to
gonna
Ghana in November.
of this year.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
shit, you're turning 29.
yes.
Dang, why you ain't 30 yet?
Party so you can wobble there. Like I don't. It's not even.
Well, if I time this properly, the child could come in like spring. That way I could be
And
good
as
to
you
be
know,
back outside.
going outside.
When to get pregnant in November?
Yeah. The baby would be due when?
Ciara, that's not right.
Wait. Oh shit, that is not
She
right. That's not right.
Drug.
I'm like 10 to 1.
Dang.
That's not right.
Oh yeah.
That math is
I
not
did my
mathing.
calculations wrong.
Unless you plan it to have a
Well,
November baby, which I think will be cute because mad.
especially
Yeah,
if it's a
because
boy,
that
Yeah.
that wouldn't work because when I found out I was pregnant, I was
I found out in
7
November.
weeks pregnant, and it was Thanksgiving, and she was born the first week of August. Yeah, girl, you
so
gotta
I would need to
push it
get
back a little bit.
pregnant in like I would need to
get
get pregnant in like January.
Yeah,
Okay, I could do that. Because I would
you gotta
prefer
do
to have a
do
winter
a top
baby.
of the year.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
could
gotta do a
that.
top
I
of the
could do that.
year.
Mhm.
Long as no more kids in July. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want no July, no August. That's what I'm trying to like,
We're booked to capacity.
Yeah.
We're running out of time. We're running out of months, babes. Because
I know September kids or October.
No. No. Well, on
October or
my nieces
September
and
break.
nephews, we have 1 September, 1 October, but that's cool. I could deal with that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
So
gotta
fall baby. Fall/winterish. I'm good with that. Cool.
Choose your fighter.
All
And
right.
also, because if I'm pregnant in the summertime, that means I could really be like skin out. You know what I'm saying? Because I hated wearing clothes when I was pregnant.
Look frumpy when it's not the summertime. It's
Yeah.
a picture, Mama. But I told her if you share it on Facebook, I'm gonna block you. I had on a dress and a cardigan, and I had my afro, and I looked chewed the fuck up. I think I was like 4 months pregnant. It was like April. I looked terrible. I didn't start looking good, I feel like, until I got big. Because that in between stage had me looking like, is she or is she?
You look good at my birthday that year.
Before that was right after that was like, yeah, she pregnant. If she turned to the side, she pregnant. But before that, it was giving lay off the cheeseburgers. When I start showing, that's when things got better.
Anyhow, no more
How did
pregnancies.
this become us letting people come into our group chat? We start talking about time and pregnancies and shit.
I don't know.
Y'all started it.
We got to get the timeline together. Sorry.
Well.
All right. Anyway, let's wrap this up before Michelle starts doing her karaoke thing.
We don't want to hear that. So, yeah.
Wait. I have something I need to share.
Okay, share.
This is a controversy and chaos exclusive. Bitch got the wallet, just a mad shit, face card, and the ass and TV's just an ad, and the savage. If it ain't about money, then we done. He tried to lie and say he loved me just to stick me for my honey, but these niggas is some dummies and they mouths is just so runny. Made him drop his low, all his bros, and ran down with my cousins. Niggas talk like they exclusive, but in real life they some losers. I'm real picky, I'm a chooser, and you know that I be choosing. Niggas walking liabilities, talking about he built for me, nothing in his pockets, and you toxic, that's a bill for me.
Wow, ate it up. She's
okay. Was that at night?
Love that.
That's what shall we doing in the middle of the night? Just writing raps.
Yeah, that was that one. That's my best work this month.
This month we on okay.
Yeah.
Brava.
Well, on that note, I mean, you've got conversation, our musical selection by Michelle. I don't have nothing else for you. Okay.
Yeah, it's time to go.
It's time to go. Bye.
Bye.